One of the things about the Tradwife phenomenon is that it kind of reminds me of the fact that somebody said about the generation that followed the hippies and the revolutionaries was that they had raised a generation that rebelled by not rebelling. Okay, now, if some people prefer, a leave it to beaver type of lifestyle, if they want to copy that sort of thing, it's a free country. They can do that. They want a male dominant, female submissive lifestyle, fine. If they want, the man to be the breadwinner and the woman to be the homemaker, fine. Again, although there is one problem, you have to find a man who can support both parties in a couple and all parties if they have kids. A lot of men can't do that. Even if they have that ideology, they don't have the financial wherewithal. Okay, so it's not always pragmatic. Okay, that's one problem with that lifestyle, is you have to be able to swing it financially. Can't always do it. But if you can, and you want to, it's I've pointed out certain problems with American society, but one of our strengths is that we are pluralistic. People can choose varied lifestyles. And if you want a more traditional lifestyle, you can choose that one. There's Amish people. They can do the horse and buggy thing. They're free to do that if they wish to. In addition, you can even go further. Some people do. There's, you can do Christian domestic discipline or domestic discipline where the husband disciplines the wife. Now, it's usually with spanking, but if for some reason the wife can't take the physical pain of a spanking, there's other types of punishments that are available, such as standing in a corner or writing lines and things like that. I mean, there's several punishments that are available. I don't need to go into all of them in this blog. But the main one, of course, would be spanking. Anyway, and you can, and there's couples that have, male and female couples that have a master-slave relationship, with the husband being the master and the wife being the full-time submissive. And there's other couples that have the reverse. You can have an egalitarian relationship. You can have a female dom, male submissive relationship. And also you can do the same thing in same-sex relationships. There are kind of tradwives who are lesbians. There's, you could be way back when I was a kid, they did a special on lesbians, and they had like in the 1970s, and they actually featured a lesbian couple in which the one of them supported both of them, and the other one stayed home and took care of the house. Was the housewife to a wife. And there could be other lesbian couples where one is a housewife and the other is the breadwinner. They wouldn't necessarily divide up on butch femme lines either. Maybe you could have that could mix and match. You could have two femmes, with one of them being the home manager, the other one the breadwinner. Or you could have a home manager butch and a breadwinner femme. Who knows? I know of a gay male couple where one of them is a house husband and the other runs a business. Okay, so pluralism is